This week, the High Road comes to you from the Texas Hidden Springs Ranch, and we'll be tagging along with several different hunters who are all experiencing their first Texas whitetail hunt.
FreedomMunitions.com, your online ammunition destination, presents The High Road with Keith Warren.
First off, I'm grateful to be an American, to live in a country that still has country like this. It is wonderful. I love doing this kind of thing. I love it.
Our first hunters up are from Arkansas. That's a father and son team, and normally the hunters out here, well, they wind up hunting one-on-one with their guide. But in this case, they wanted to hunt together. So the father and son will be hunting together, and yours truly is going to be behind the camera. So maybe you ought to get on there and just shoot one. You want to shoot one of these close ones?
Like right here?
Yeah, just to see where it hits.
See if we hit paper.
I am Mike Howell. I'm here with my son Christopher Howell. We're at the Texas Hidden Springs Ranch. We are from Mena, Arkansas, and this is our first opportunity to hunt the great state of Texas. The reason that I chose to hunt here at the Texas Hidden Springs Ranch is I've had the opportunity to watch Keith on TV for several years now, and it's always been a dream of mine to be able to come hunt with him. I couldn't have hunted anywhere in Texas at any ranch, but I chose to come here to Texas Hidden Springs specifically because of Keith and because of the deer population that he has, the setup and outfit that he has running here, and the quality deer that he has running on his ranch. Upon our arrival on Friday afternoon, we went out to the rifle range and sighted in our weapons and dialed them in to make sure that when we did get that opportunity to squeeze the trigger, that we'd make a clean, ethical shot.
Attaboy! On this father-son team, Mike, the father, is going to start out, and he's going to be hunting for a trophy buck. And out here on the ranch, a trophy buck, well, when we get a trophy hunter out here, the trophy hunters, well, they can pick any deer they want, period. No deer is off limits. In Mike's case, the only deer that would be off limits for him is a buck that scores over 190 inches.
That is one beautiful deer.
You know, due to my schedule, especially during deer season, I am almost always out of town. But I can promise you, if you call, if anybody calls the ranch line, they're going to get their answering machine and say, "Don't hang up." What do you think? I'm going to be there waiting on your call? I've got an answering machine. I'm going to be out somewhere making a television show. So what I need you to do is leave your name, leave your number, tell me what you're interested in, and who's going to call you back? I'm going to call you back. I won't have anybody else call you back. I'll call you back.
Back in July, when I had the opportunity to book this hunt, I called the ranch here at Texas Hidden Springs Ranch, and I got a recording, and it was shortly thereafter that I actually got a return call, not from the management of the ranch, not from the office manager or anybody else that works here. I got a call from Keith Warren himself, and I was very surprised. He gave me his personal cell phone number. I obviously gave him mine, and as soon as I got off the phone, I'm calling a good buddy of mine over in Oklahoma who I've been friends with for 26 years now to tell him I actually spoke with Keith Warren.
The High Road with Keith Warren is presented by Reconics, Walls Pro Series, Legendary Arms Works, Sightmark, and Supercharged Scent Killer by Wildlife Research Center, 99%. The High Road will be right back. Now it's time for viewer feedback, brought to you by Protect the Harvest, Protect the Hunt.
All right, this one is from a viewer by the name of Cheryl. She says, "I've heard you say that whitetail deer are magical. What do you mean by that?" Cheryl, it's really simple. White-tailed deer have brought so much joy to so many people. What else could it be other than magical? You know, not just to deer hunters as they pursue them all across the country. It's no wonder that the white-tailed deer are the #1 big game animal there is in North America. But photographers and wildlife enthusiasts love the white-tailed deer, and that's the reason why I say that they're magical. If you're watching online and you have any questions or comments, go ahead and post them below. And if you're not watching online, you can go to our website and watch all of our programs 24/7. Cheryl, thanks for the email.
We came here and I am on a trophy hunt where my son is on a management hunt. And the first sit that we had, beautiful morning, the sun rising. As we got into the blind and got settled, it was only minutes later that we had, were covered up with some does that were eating on the feed that had been put out. And was shortly just thereafter that a beautiful 230 class inch buck showed himself. And he was definitely in rut and running the ladies around, and he stayed around for approximately 30 minutes or more, made us great. Got an opportunity to watch him stand on his back legs and lick some limbs and rub his horns on them. But he's a beautiful deer, but just not the deer that was classified for me. But he was sure beautiful to watch. Yeah, because he's more beautiful. I got him. Yep. There he goes.
Got him, big boy. That's awesome.
That's the exit.
That's a hole. I've never seen anything like that before.
No, I haven't either. Oh man. Look at all this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
15, 16. This morning, myself and my son Chris and Keith and I got out here right at 6 o'clock and got into the blind, and just as it started to break daylight, we went from nothing going on to all of a sudden having quite a bit of activity around us. We had a couple of bucks come in and then a third one, and after they had watered and kind of sparred a little bit, then the last one to come in was this monster. And he made his way around the pond, and once he had his drink, he was going to show the other guys who was boss. And even though there was one there with some horns that were probably every bit of 35, 36 inches wide from one tip to the other, that guy didn't want nothing to do with this one right here. There was a 9-point that did spar with him a little bit, but nothing real aggressive. I guess he knew who was boss. And as you can see, this gray-faced monster, he was the dominant buck in the woods this morning, especially where we were at. So we put a shot on him, and he didn't go very far, and right here is where he is, and we're sure glad to have him.
The High Road with Keith Warren is presented by Pulsar, Timber Creek Outdoors, Legends Ranch, the Lucas Oil Outdoor Line, Record Rack Deer and Elk Feed, and FreedomMunitions.com, your online ammunition destination. The High Road will be right back. Now it's time for Gear Care, brought to you by the Lucas Oil Outdoor Line.
This barrel right here, it is just absolutely filthy dirty, but there is a way to take care of this that it should have been done actually before this gun was ever stored, and Jerry's going to show you how to do that.
If you like me and you see a little rust on a gun, I don't care who owns it, it's just a sad thing, you know? So I got some of that COP, and you can see in the barrel extension in here how filthy that is. So I'm gonna put the cloth underneath it there and give it a little bit of love here. And spray a little bit on the cloth, give you an idea. A little bit of effort, and you can see on the rag what we accomplished in that short period of time. So let's take it up on the barrel here. We had sprayed a little bit on the cloth itself. Isn't that slick?
Yes, sir.
That didn't take but a moment, and you can see the difference already in just that little bit of effort all the way to the barrel extension.
If you take a look at that, that's the reason why we use Lucas Oil Extreme Duty CLP.
For more information on the Lucas Oil Outdoor Line, visit our website and join us on Facebook for more Gear Care tips.
Chris is going to go after what we call a management buck. Now, management buck, you know, I'm going to be the guide. So I'm going to make the call on a management buck. A management buck is a buck that's at least 3 years old, but he just doesn't have the antler characteristics that I want to see as a breeder down the line.
Everybody, you know, you expect it walking in here, you think it's just going to be, you know, the deer's going to be tied up for you and it's going to be easy to shoot. Well, that definitely wasn't the case. We saw lots of deer, but, you know, you still had to wait for the right shot. You still had to wait for the right moment. You had to wait for the right presentation. And, you know, it's definitely harder than it looks.
Tell everybody what happened.
I just shot a buck. That's what happened. He's good? Yeah. We've had about 9 different bucks come in. I brought my bow in hopes of shooting one with the bow. Couldn't really get anything to come in range. The last one that came in, he came in from our left, and he started to come in range and went the opposite direction. Just out of nowhere, just went the opposite direction. And he got around the pond, and then I brought my rifle just in case. And Keith stopped him on top of the hill, and I was able to drop the hammer on him.
What do you think?
I think it feels good. Love it. It feels great. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful.
It is pretty awesome. I've been hunting with the old man since I was 14. Matter of fact, the first deer I ever shot, we both shot at the exact same time. Literally, both rifles went off at the same time and both of us hit them.
Yep.
And been hunting with him every year since. Some good years, some not so good years, but every year you spend in the woods is better than being on the couch, so.
We've made some memories.
Oh yeah. I've gotten my son into it now too, 'cause he's 10. He harvested his first deer when he was 7, so he's got a little bragging rights on the rest of us, but.
The High Road with Keith Warren is presented by AirVenturi.com, Liberty Safe, Shadow Hunter Blinds, Supercharged Scent Killer by Wildlife Research Center, 99%, and Tannerite brand binary rifle targets. The High Road will be right back.
Name's Greg Logan, from Sarasota, Florida. Just always enjoyed the outdoors, anything and everything about the outdoors, the adventure, and new into deer hunting. This is my 3rd season. Never really shot anything of substantial, but I've just been following whitetails, and I've got a passion and an affinity towards whitetail. These are some of the biggest deer I've ever seen in my whole life. Texas Hidden Springs Ranch, Keith Warren does not disappoint. I feel like I chose the best one, and I'll never see that deer again. He's gonna be on my wall. I'm so excited. I just can't wait to tell my friends to get back here. That's it. Thank you, Keith Warren.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh boy. Oh man.
What do you think of that?
I want to run. I want to run.
Oh, run, baby, it's yours. That's a good deer, huh?
Are you kidding me? Oh, look at this. It's like a moose. Look at this. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
What do you think, buddy?
I don't know what to think. My heart's racing right now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 points. Is that possible? Did I miss one in the front? 29 points? Are you kidding? Oh man. Look at this. This is amazing. A 29 point.
It might be a 30 pointer.
You know, I came here, I wanted an experience. You know, basically I was told that, you know, hunting these types of deer is not really hunting. I gotta tell you what, I worked hard for this deer. I was patient for this deer. We saw some great deer, but you know, it took me 2 or 3 days to see something like this. And they're acting really squirrely, really skittish for the last 2.5 days. And we basically saw not much. And this was a hunt. And I gotta tell you, the patience paid off. I've been blessed to be able to be here and at, you know, Texas Hidden Spring Ranch. I mean, the quality of the deer and the people involved and the time and the effort and the energy. I mean, you just can't appreciate such a beautiful animal like this. And I mean, there's nothing like it. There is absolutely nothing like it. I don't think I could have ever dreamt of something so magnificent. I mean, this is awesome.
If I was asked to describe who our typical deer hunter is, it's like, that'd be a tough one. You know, they come from all different walks of life. Some of the guys have been hunting with us here for, well, 10 to 12 years. Other people come here for the very first time, and all of a sudden they come back and back and back. They may be professionals, they may be in the oil industry, they may be doctors, lawyers, dentists, or plumbers, or carpenters. Some people are retired. I mean, so when asked to describe our typical customer is somebody that they want to come to Texas and they want to experience a quality deer hunt, and they've checked out other places. I mean, there's a lot of other places, but they've been watching our program for quite some time. They know that I do what I say and I say what I do, and we deliver more than what we say every single time. They know that I've got 20 years of blood, sweat, and tears into this place, and making sure that when somebody spends their time with us, they're going to get more than what they expected every single time. And the hunters that come out here come back over and over and over again. And you know, the one thing I can say about the hunters, they're passionate about white-tailed deer. Yeah, they want to get a bargain, they want to kill a big old deer, but they all want to experience the joy of the hunt.